Hey, GunShow, June number 22. We're doing tricep dips, which I am sure you have done before, but the dip is tricky because we have variations that are focused on the chest and we have variations that are focused on the triceps. So today we're going to use a bench, box, chair, step, anything that is, I would suggest about chair height, only for the fact that we're going to use the same equipment to do our chest opening and thoracic spine mobility drill, okay? Otherwise, it kind of doesn't matter as far as the dip, what height you're using, because you'll just adjust your body according to the equipment. Okay, but this way, this same equipment could be used for both. So we'll do the kneeling thoracic spine extension here. So kneel in front, you're going to have the elbows right on the edge of this chair. We're also going to, if you have it, do a little bonus of having a loop band that goes over your forearm so that we can get extra work by pressing out against it. Okay, so take our elbows and we're going to push the hips back as we drop the chest down. Okay, so the head won't be resting on the bench. Your head's going to come down. Your chest, and if the extension pushing against the band is too hard for you, you could try it without and just relax your hands and readjust your body accordingly. Okay, so what you want to feel is your chest being able to drop as much as possible, your head looking out the floor, and you're going to have a slight curve. You're going to have a slight curve in the lumbar spine, which is fine, but what I caution you is that don't let the lumbar spine arch be the result of your abs just dropping to the floor, okay? It should be the result of your hip position and your spine, your upper spine position versus your abs just dropping. So engage the abs, right? Don't let the abs drop forward. It's your chest that needs to drop forward, okay? And then if you have it available to you, you want to go ahead and press out against this band, which makes it infinitely harder. So hold this pose if you can for up to 30 seconds for the 2 minute, okay? Or you could do 20 seconds pause, 20 seconds pause, about 4 times. All right, for the tricep dip. Depending on the width and length of your box, there's 2 variations or 2 ways that you could do this. Okay, both variations call for turning your fingers out. Okay, so that we're not causing an internal rotation. Okay, where you're trying to round your shoulders forward in order to push yourself up at the top. Okay, so let's cut that possibility out by turning the hands outward. Okay, so depending on how wide your chair or bench is, you may end up being able to wrap the fingers around that edge. Okay, like so. Now, of course, you have to get your bum off, and the knees can be bent on this one. Okay, not a problem. Okay, so I'm actually going to have my fingers still up on here. So what we want here is to make sure that our shoulders are back, our chest is up front as we drop, okay? And use, of course, the strength of our triceps coming up to the top. So when I'm up at the top, it's almost like I'm trying to push the chest out, okay? So that we don't end up in this position like so, okay? I mean, that actually, is a good stretch as well, but we're trying to work the triceps, okay? Now, all things being equal, the further you travel your legs out and straighten it, the harder it's going to become, okay? Now, if you were doing it with something where it's this wide, okay, and you're on the edge of that, then that's when you would be able to wrap your fingers around to this side. Like so. Okay. And do it that way. Oh my goodness. I'm full from coming back from a wedding where I ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. Even though I couldn't eat the main course because it was meat that I'm not crazy about. Okay? But it was fun to see all my relatives. It was my cousin Laura's wedding. Alright, so even if this is much lower, you would just, again, reposition your body according to not only your own height, but according to the equipment that you're using, okay? But in this case, you would have the fingers wrapped around. And the thing I like about the tricep dips done this way is that on the level of about a chair, is that you could do variations where you bring the knees up, right? So as you come up, you get a little ab work in, or where you have a little bit of a dynamic hop, okay? Okay, so this is a good staple for every exercise regimen that you could do some fun variations with. So just keep that in mind. Get used to having your fingers out or being able to wrap your fingers out to the side of the bench in order to do it, and to really focus on having that chest out at the top as you extend, as you lock out to full contraction. All right, so we did 2 triceps back to back. All right, so we'll do biceps next. Have fun.